Okay, let me fix them titties. Them titties got huge now. Okay, so I have some time alone at home, and it's been oh Lord, these are a blessing and a curse. Okay, all right. Okay, I look cute now. Okay, so I wanted to basically make a commentary video. I haven't done any in forever. I don't know, I feel kind of nervous. I don't know why. Oh my god, I'm so doki doki suru. Doki doki shitemasu. Anyway, let me just I am one with the universe. Okay, I'm not crazy. Alright, so cool. I want to make a commentary video. I haven't done a commentary video in a while. And before I did stuff on like the favorite show I was watching, but now I feel comfortable about commenting on my life in Japan as an expat. So that's basically what I want to do. I'm in my room with my very cushy comforter, and I actually wrote some points down. I have like 5 or 4 points, and I want to go through them, and maybe I'll even insert some videos to go along with it. It depends. I don't know. We'll see. So far, editing videos has been a pain in the ass. So I don't know if I'll add extra stuff because it's just so tight and it's just so muzgashi. So let's see. Let me check my notes here. Okay, so it's going to be about cultural differences between Japan and Jamaica. From my perspective. So disclaimer, this is not all Jamaicans are going to think this, blah, 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 blah. Don't come at me with that BS. I'm talking about me, myself, and I. And to the other expats in Japan, don't come at me with the BS about, not all foreigners think blah, 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 blah. I didn't think blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't care. It's about me. I'm not saying it's about Mina-san. Okay? Alright, cool. It's not even that toxic stuff. I ain't gonna have nothing toxic to say, but I decided to put my disclaimer out there because, child, can't be bothered. So checking my notes here. Okay, so I have 4 points written down. My first point is that there's kind of like a general silence on the train. So in Jamaica, what would happen is I wouldn't really take public transport that much because my parents were really overly protective, and I appreciate them for that. I wouldn't take it that much, but when I did take the taxis or the buses or some other form of public transport in Jamaica, the atmosphere would be, there'd be a lot of loud chatter. You can smell smoke, like people smoking. You could possibly converse with a stranger, and you could hear loud music. And it would just be like comparing here to in Jamaica, it would just be like night and day. Loud music, everybody talking, people eating, people drinking, Some people may be even smoking. Generally, the smoking is not tolerated. They probably would tell the person to put it up, but you could actually come across people smoking, and it'll just be like one big party. But here in Japan, when you take the public transport, which is mainly the train, what happens is that, yeah, one or two people might eat, but if it's something that smells really bad, it's not going to be entertained. Um, One or two people might eat on the train, but you're not going to find people talking to each other unless they're like drunk or unless they're like high school kids. Unless they like know each other in a small group, then they might chatter. But you're not going to find people just saying, exchanging daily pleasantries with each other and talking about whatever the latest news is, which is very common in Jamaica. You take the public transport, you don't know the person you're talking to in the taxi or in the bus, but the latest news is um, there's like a lottery scam, and so got arrested for the lottery scam, and people lost all of their money in the scam. You might turn to a complete stranger on the train, sorry, on the bus or the taxi, and say, "Hey, did you hear about that lottery scam? Ray. Talk about the idea, share thoughts, and that's cool. In Japan, no, 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 no. Like, talking to strangers on the train is like an unwritten no, no. No strangers talking to each other. So that's culturally weird for me. Also, even basic greetings. Um, so in Jamaica, it's like good manners to look at your neighbors, your friends, your family, and strangers, and tell them good morning, tell them good evening, tell them good afternoon, tell them good night. That's good manners. But in Japan, there seems to be an unwritten rule where you don't necessarily say that to strangers. Like, okay, the train attendant may tell you like Ohio gozaimasu, and other people in official positions who are strangers will greet you, but you're not gonna see like your regular old salaryman who is on the train, like intensely checking his phone, like gonna look at you and say good morning. That's never gonna happen. Nobody on the train will greet you. And at first, when I came here, that happened to me a lot. Like, I expected people who were complete strangers to just tell me good morning or good afternoon or whatever. And I was so, because I'm just culturally ingrained to do that. So I was so giddy headed. I'd be like, hey, ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa. And they'd be like, totally running away from me. And I would just feel really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I would feel really bad and wonder, like, culturally, what did I do? What did I say? Do I smell? Did I not shower today? Is it my perfume? I would literally really wonder, like, what did I do that was culturally inappropriate to warrant that kind of reaction? But I soon learned that it's just culture. They're not the type of people that are just gonna talk to strangers, which, you know, talking to strangers is not necessarily good. So it is what it is. Um, okay, tired already. So my next point is how all right. So now my next point is basically about how homogenous their society is. So, in Jamaica, yeah, most people are black people, black people that look like me, a little bit darker, whatever, is different, shades of black, but it's mostly black people. But that's not to say that we don't have a decent mix of other races. You can find Indian people, you can find black people, you can find Asian people, you can find white people, so much so that when the average black person sees a Jamaican who is not necessarily black, there is no alarm, subconscious alarm bell that goes off in the black person's head that causes the black person to stare at the other non-chocolate looking Jamaican or even foreigner. We don't have the culture of staring. And I know that almost any Western country you go to, that's going to be the response. There's no culture of staring. There, we always say that staring is a bad thing. Staring is a bad thing. Coughing on people is a bad thing. Covering your mouth when you sneeze. We have like basic things that are manners to us from ingrained in us from an early age. So there's not really a problem with that. But I think because Japan is so homogenous and it's not common to see foreigners. It's not common to see white people. It's not common to see black people. It's not common to see Indian people. Even the other foreigners from Asian countries, they don't seem to be all that popular either. You're not going to find a whole bunch of foreigners from Indonesia or Taiwan or Thailand or Singapore, wherever. There's just not a lot of foreigners in Japan, period. 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 You're not going to find a lot of foreigners in Japan, period. Cool. So what happens is that when they do see a foreigner, I guess it's not ingrained in them to like, okay, here is a foreigner, right? They're black. Okay, cool. Don't stare, don't stare, don't stare, don't stare, don't stare. What happens is they'll see a foreign person, especially black people. Black people, I think, are more rare than white people here. And of course, we're going to stand out more just because of the fact that our skin is darker than white people. White people do possess the ability to blend in Japan. You put on a nice mask. I don't know if your eyes aren't brown, you put in some eye contacts and you put on a baseball cap and you're good to go. Nobody's not going to know. But a black person obviously is going to face more challenges blending in. Anyways, what happens is when they see a black person, it's like something breaks in their mind and they just think, oh my God, a black person, 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 a black person. Let me touch the hair. No, bitch. Sorry, I don't call people bitch, but and I haven't actually hit anybody, but that's what I think deep inside the depths of my mind. But that's what happens. They stare intensely at you. And they may even touch you, sneak touch you without your consent. And that's something I'm definitely not used to culturally. And it was a culture shock to me, like a serious culture shock, because you go through a kind of a sort of cycle of how you feel on a daily basis, and it's not even daily, it could be from minute to minute, moment to moment, because one minute a person, you might think, oh my gosh, it's just staring, oh my God, get over it, get over it. Okay, cool. But when it actually happens to you, I thought, I'll be man enough to say that when I was interviewing for the JET program, my Japanese teacher, she's really smart, really intelligent, very experienced, and she told me that they're gonna stare at you, and you need to like mentally be prepared for people to stare at you, and it's gonna be uncomfortable, and you have to think about that and make sure that when it happens to you, your mind, mentally, your mind is okay to deal with that. And I listened to her. I appreciate her advice. I respect her a lot. But another one part of my mind was like, it's just staring. Japan. And the other part of my mind was like, oh my God, they're gonna stare at me for just being black. So, but the majority, mostly I thought, it's just staring. But now that it has happened to me for a few years now, I can say like it is culturally shocking. You do have your moments where you get to a point, it's after you've been in Japan for a while. I think you get to a point where you don't let it affect you negatively as much, but it can't be understated that it does affect you psychologically. Because on one hand, it's like, okay, they could be staring at you because they admire you, because they want to talk to you, because they want to practice English. It could be for a bunch of good stuff. And when that happens, you can kind of be like, oh my God, I'm a celebrity here. But on the other hand, if you're kind of shy, that level of attention, being like a mini celebrity, that can actually make you withdraw. It depends on your personality. But all in all, that's not a bad thing. That's the good type of stare that you want. But then there's the bad type of stare where you can tell that they're kind of looking at you dirty, like they're thinking of all the bad things in their mind. I don't know. I won't make any assumptions, any specific assumptions, but I have some ideas, but I won't express them on the video because I feel like if you're black, you don't know already. You don't know already the stuff that they're probably thinking about you as a black person. So they give you the dirty stare, which is uncomfortable. And then, but the ones to me that are the most uncomfortable stares, like I put them in three categories. Oh my God, kawaii, I want to talk English with the black person. And then you have the stares of, oh my God, a black person. Yeah. But the ones that affect me the most is not even the straight out disgusting the look of disgust. The one that affects me most is probably the one where you can understand and you can feel that the person or person staring at you, they're trying to rationalize in their mind if you are in any way, shape, or form similar to them. Like, literally, they're wondering if you're a human being. And the assumption is usually that you are not on the same level as them. And I don't mean ethnicity and nationality wise, I mean from like a human point of view. Like, there's like a special stare, a special categories of stares where they're looking at you like, what is it? And that to me is the most hurtful one, because whatever you perceive me as, whether good or bad, I'm human first, and I always want to be perceived to have all the attributes of a human being. Like, that was the whole problem with slavery, being perceived as like subhuman. But anyway, I won't dwell on that. My point is, culturally speaking, staring. Um, Nobody stares at me in Jamaica for being black, obviously, because everybody else is black. If someone stares at me, it's probably for another reason. Probably because they're my stalker, or probably because they like me, or probably because they want to kill me. But it's never just because, oh my God, a black person. So, yeah. Look at the details. Okay, next point. Okay, so the other point is pretty simple. Looking at my notes here, basically, the other point is the diet. So in Jamaica, our diet is mostly meat. We do eat fish, but on a regular basis, we eat a lot of meat. But in Japan, oh my God, it is fish heaven. Sushi, sashimi, okay, sushi, sashimi, dashi powder, which is basically like fish powder that they mix in all of their food, bonito flakes, takoyaki, which is like octopus, fried octopus balls. Oh my God, there's like fish on everything. So if like you hate fish, I like fish, so it's cool with me. But if you hate fish, like Japan is probably not the place you want to be long term because it's gonna really mess with your diet. Even like stuff like eggs, like there's this thing called um not okay, it's not eggs I'm thinking about. There's this pancake thingy. I'm not sure if it includes eggs, but it's basically flour. Even like on a pancake, a savory pancake thing, they top it off with like bonito flakes. So you absolutely cannot escape the fish. So yeah, that's culturally different. Also in terms of food, like how they classify carbs, um, I would just say like that's a culture shock to me too. Because you'll see like ramen, so that they have like a hot dog bun and there'll be like noodles inside the hot dog bun. And like I don't know, like I would never put carb with carb and like eat it as a sandwich. It would not occur in my mind. And I don't think like that's balanced, you know, which is weird because they have washoku, and washoku is like so delicate, so healthy, so fresh, so balanced. And then there's like hot dog stuffed with ramen or croquet. And croquet. The croquet, I can't pronounce shit. The croquet is basically like minced maybe pork or beef mixed with potatoes, and they'll have like the sandwich for that where it's like the potato and meat cutlet thing stuffed inside a sandwich bun, and it's like carb all smushed together to make like a carb sandwich. um no, don't get me wrong, the shit is delicious. Like I ate a lot and I gained like a shit ton load of weight and I'm so fucking fat right now. But culturally it was see, I just belched. Okay, that was just like a fat belch of probably some carb that I ate today. But yeah, it's delicious, but culturally it was shocking to me. Um But it's also a good point about the food though. Like if you eat the traditional Japanese food daily, like the washoku, and you avoid the rice, like I don't know why they can eat so much rice daily and still be so skinny, and slim and trim. I don't know why. But my personal experience is if you eat the Japanese washoku that they prepare and you skip the rice, you lose a lot of weight naturally because their washoku is fresh fish, a lot of pickled vegetables, and tea with no sugar, no cream. Really healthy for you. Plus they have like fermented stuff. They have like the natto, they have like the funazushi, and even their pickles. Some of the pickles are like fermented for a super long time. I forget the specific words, but I really personally, I really, really, really love Japanese pickles, which is weird to other Japanese people because I guess it's like some old woman thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm an old woman inside. I don't know. All right. Let me see. What else did they? Hmm? Okay, I'm tired now. Oh my god. Okay. My titties look lopsided. Why my titties look lopsided? Shaming me in the video. Anyway, my last point is about the well, actually I have two more points. My last 2 points are one is about the Judo Humbagi, which is the vending machine. Vending machine was really a shocker to me. Oh, somebody texted me. I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. So, the Judo Humbagi means vending machine, and it was culturally shocking to me because when I just came to Japan, I came through Tokyo, Narita Airport, and I actually stayed in Tokyo for a 3-day orientation on the JET program, and that was the best experience ever. I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate that experience. I'll have to talk about that probably in the next video if anyone's interested, because those 3 days were lit. With things that have zero to do with the actual JET program. Um, anyway, incidental incidents. So 3 days in Tokyo, and so like the technology is way more advanced than where I actually was placed, which is in Shiga, which is basically in the bush, in the deep bush, the countryside. Um, so when I would go to the vending machine, these vending machines are like doing gymnastics, and I'm like shitting in my pants. I was so shocked, especially coming from a country where, and coming from the countryside. I am not used to seeing vending machines where I live in the countryside, and even when I traveled to Kingston, which I did on a regular basis for my previous job, I did not see vending machines, and I certainly never came across one that can talk. I mean, I've seen vending machines in America on trips, but never one that can talk. So in Japan, maybe my first day at a hotel, we went to the vending machine because we were hungry and we couldn't wait for food and we didn't really know where else to get food. So I remember putting in the money in the machine, and I'm just thinking like, okay, so just put in the money in the machine, press a button, and then maybe some little hand will come out, or maybe it'll be the type of machine that kind of, has a ring that kind of like rings the food out and then drops it. I'm thinking it's just going to be that sort of mechanism that's going to happen. And yeah, okay, that's technologically involved. Cool, cool, cool. Yay, Japan. No, this machine went from 0 to 100. This machine started saying, "Arigato gozaimashita." after I bought my stuff, it was like, "Arigato gozaimashita." And at the beginning, I don't even know what it was saying in Japanese, but at the beginning, it was like, "Hi, welcome to so and so's machine. What would you like today? Thank you for choosing this item. Oh, we are very grateful. Thank you. Here is your item. Thank you very much. I was like, what the fuck? That was cool. That was cool. But I think the thing that was even more culturally shocking. So in the countryside, I was going to add like I'm going back and forth my ideas. But in the countryside, the machines like they do say thank you very much. Some of them, but mostly they don't talk. So this was really like a Tokyo experience for me. Which is okay because once when I've gotten so used to the machines not talking, and I was in a different prefecture, I was in Kobe, and I got hungry in the middle of the night. So I went to a vending machine, and I'm out there in my my robe and stuff, and just thinking, okay, Jen, I'm just gonna get this snack real quick so I can go back to study, and put in the money in the thing. I'm looking left and looking right because I'm out there in my robe. I don't want anyone to see me. And all of a sudden, I hear this. Arigato gozaimashita! Like, oh shit. So yeah, that's pretty funny, but also it's nice. It's really nice, but shocking. So the last thing is the toilets. I think probably a lot of people talk about the toilets. I've seen a few videos about that, but I think I'm going to talk about it anyway because it's my truth. So the toilets were culturally shocking to me. So yeah, I was prepared for a machine to like say a phrase or two, but not the toilet, not the toilet. The toilets that I'm used to, I just sit on it, shit, flush, occasionally clean it, that's it. These toilets over here, okay, I'm gonna go right back to my Tokyo experience because, you know, that's probably the most advanced toilets I've used since I've been here. So, and then like that first day experience is when it's most shocking. So I'll tell you about that one. Um, so cool. I'm using the toilet. First of all, I put up the lid. I turn around, pull down my pants or my skirt, whatever, and I'm going to sit, and the toilet is closed. So I'm like, huh? Didn't I close the toilet seat? Did I open the toilet seat? So open it again. Turn around, resume my squat. I look down, and the toilet lid is closed. And like this happens like 3 times until I realize like there's some kind of motion sensor going on and it won't like stay open unless like I do my business. Um, what can I say? Unless like I keep close to the sensory motion, like by the time I should turn around and go in the corner and squat down my pants, look around, it's closed again, so I have to stay close by for the sensors to keep it open, which is weird. It was like I'm thinking there to myself like, Miras, this toilet haunted. Cause every time, every time I turn around the toilet lock, this toilet haunted. This is some dopey toilet. This is a dopey toilet. Um, then then the actual features on the toilet is out of this world. Um, the features on the toilet are like they have the bidet. The bidet. They have like this one that says Oshiri on the toilet. The letters on the toilet say Oshiri, which is like washing your ass. And there's one that says massage. I think like all the toilets may have different features, but I'm just thinking of the most common features that I've seen: the bidet, the oshiri, and the massage. And yeah, and some of them do like heating. Some of them like will heat your ass in winter or whenever. Um, and like I was not used to all that stuff. I mean, my toilet's pretty basic, served me well, but it's basic toilet compared to Japanese toilet. Basic bitch. So when I just got to Tokyo and I'm experimenting with all of these features on the toilet, and I remember like pressing the Oshiri button and the water spraying into my ass, and I was there like, I am so confused right now. Okay, this feels good. It feels a little bit weird, but it feels so clean. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna press it one more time. I was gonna decide what kind of feeling is this? No, no. Yes. It was just so weird. Um, it was. I don't know. Like maybe it's just me. Like maybe I'm fucked up. But on one hand, I thought, oh my god, this toilet is molesting me, and then the other hand, I thought, oh my god, this toilet is molesting me. So yeah. Um, that was culturally shocking, and actually, I don't often use all of the features because it's so weird, and I still cannot grapple with the overall feeling that I have. I haven't contended with my feelings, so I don't know if I feel really bad or really good. Sometimes I may use it, like if I have like the diarrhea shit. If I have diarrhea shit, and maybe I can't shower. Maybe I gotta go to work and I'm having diarrhea. It happens. Then I gotta use the wash your ass button to freshen up. But I don't typically use it because it's just so culturally different to me. So these are my thoughts about cultural differences in Japan. I'm sorry if I seem kind of sleepy because it's 10 o'clock and I have to get up early in the morning for work tomorrow. And I just wanted to use my time wisely to create content, because my problem with YouTube has been my inconsistency. Um, so this is why I'm making a video during the week. I will try to be more Genki next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. I'm so sleepy. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, comment. So, like, if your experience is different from mine or similar, whatever, let me know. Yeah. All right. It's time for bed now. Child, I am so fucking tired. I'm just gonna take off my earrings, and it's hot, so I'll probably take off my bra, and that's it. Go on to bed. So, again, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.